Series 1 of the Aisle Afterparty podcast is sponsored by David Mellor Family Jewellers, Hampshire's trusted family jeweller for nearly 50 years. From engagement rings and wedding bands to cufflinks, bridesmaids gifts and engraving, David Mellor Jewellers has everything you need to celebrate your special day in style. Discover their offering in store or online and let David Mellor Family Jewellers add a little extra sparkle to your love story. Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Aisle Afterparty. And this is, now we're in the new year. We're going to talk about weddings of 2025 wrapped up and also looking forward into 2026 weddings as well. So I'm Adam from A Knight's Tale Photography.
I'm Harry from I Do Flicks Wedding Videography.
Bit time.
She was pointing at you, gives it away.
I'm Amber from Amber Butler Photography.
I'm Dean John from DJ Dean John, professional DJ and event manager.
You really need to cut that
That's
down.
it.
Yes,
I'm stopping before you shout at me.
That's a really long title. I think you need an acronym.
I could do.
Yeah.
A Knight's Tale's quite short though.
Yeah. All right. Touche. So what actually changed in weddings in 2025 compared to a few years ago? And then obviously we're going to talk about how couples planning 2026 should respond. So if you planned a wedding in 2025, you probably made different decisions than couples did in, say, 2019, even if you didn't realise it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to talk about weddings a few years ago compared to weddings in 2025. So we're not going to be doing trend forecasting, but these are just based on patterns we've seen repeatedly at weddings we've done. Okay, and then hopefully that will help you make better decisions for 2026. So, got any anecdotes first of all before I go into what I've written down?
I'd say Happy New Year to you all.
Oh,
I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you enjoyed yourself. But yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Go team.
I know.
We made it. Made it.
I know. I've gone straight into my business mind, haven't I? I forgot about the Happy New Year.
That's all right. Don't worry, I covered it.
But yeah.
Let's move
I'm
on to
glad
trends.
you've gone into business
Did you all have nice
mind.
Christmases though? Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Yous?
Yeah.
It was good. Very quick. Loved it.
Yeah.
Very
Good
quick.
family time. Very quick.
How quick was it?
Not as quick as Amber coming on the reindeer, but it was quick.
Here we go.
I was trying to figure out a way of getting that in there, but you beat me to it. Fair play.
That's what she said.
Straight
Right.
off.
Okay.
Sorry, Amber.
So, I guess some of the biggest shifts we saw in 2025. More of a focus on experience over aesthetics. So like I would say years ago, well I say years ago, I mean within the last few years, there was more of a heavy focus on styling, signage, chairs, tablescapes, like Pinterest-led planning, decor chosen just for photos. And then 2025, I found, well, I don't know if you agree with this, but I found couples were prioritising comfort, flow and atmosphere, less decor, better food, smoother timings. So, do you agree?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I personally think. No, I do agree. I do agree.
Please elaborate.
I do agree. I was just getting there. You got well excited when I went, yeah. So yeah,
I know.
I agree. I think 2025 weddings, we touched on it. We talked about it before, Harry, about parties, the food, the vibe. I think TikTok, everything to do with TikTok seems to have come to life with weddings, and I think more trends from TikTok are coming into weddings, which means that yes, there is still some decor and lights and chairs, etc., but the focus isn't all the added little extras, the stuff you get from Etsy, and
I'm finding TikTok is actually becoming a part of the wedding day. Like people are going out of their way to do things for TikTok, and like it's like the before and after dress shots. And all that sort of
the
stuff.
dances.
Like, the amount of times I've helped like kind of coordinate those, and I'm like, I'm not even filming this. This is someone else on a phone. I'm like, right, you run that way, grab her, twist her around, and when we like...
Yeah.
She loves that.
Yeah, you do. You're
champagne bottles and beer. You're well up for that.
I don't know where you find those. You've got... Anyway. Never mind.
Champagne bottles and beer.
Have
Sorry,
you not
what?
seen her do that? Go on, tell everyone what you do with that you get all the boys and you get all the girls. Go on.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
do you
to
mean with the
run
pint of beer?
towards
Oh.
like the beer or the champagne, and then whoever grabs it. But it makes for great photos, great video,
And the box one.
and it
is
makes
good
for
as well,
fun as well with the guests. It gets them to, mingle together, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's really good fun.
The
box one.
But
is
again,
good.
that
It's good.
comes from TikTok, so it's definitely.
That's going to be, I think personally, like moving into 26, I think there's going to be a shift on what is a priority for a couple in the evening. I think.
Yeah, I
you've
just
had
think
casino tables, you've had all that. I think there's going to be there's got to be something new.
I
I
think-
imagine on the market.
I think going back to the TikTok thing, I think it's going to be a boom. I think 2026 is going to be the year of the content creators.
yeah.
I think they're going to be coming thick and fast on a reindeer. No, but do you know what I mean? I just feel like this is the year for them.
Okay.
I don't know what
Yeah.
that looks like for us. It doesn't really bother me,
No.
You either adapt or die, right? So you kind of get on board, or
Yeah.
you don't,
And you die.
and you die, and then you're dead.
Gone.
And then, but no, that's where I see
Yeah,
it.
I just think it makes for great fun at a wedding when they do all these
Yeah, so do I.
little
It's just that
creations.
because
Yeah.
content creators they're already some of them are packaging that up, the
Yeah.
TikTok videos and stuff, and people are getting loads of inspiration and motivation from TikTok. So I just think that I think it's going to be their year.
Should be
Yeah.
called TikTok creators.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't seen any content from a content creator where I've thought, oh God, I'm really worried about my job. I'm sure you haven't either.
No, but I don't think it's that much of an I'm not worried in terms of quality. No, but it's an expedited process, right? So they have a quicker turnaround,
Yeah.
right? And they're the entry level kind of opportunity is so much easier for a content creator. They've got all their equipment already.
Yeah.
So there's going to be an actual ocean of them anytime now, if not already.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes people will pick a content creator over a videographer because it's cheaper, quicker, and you are just sacrificing a little bit of quality. And because of the TikTok age and the Instagram Reels age, people aren't necessarily looking for the polished, professional look all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're looking for the rough and ready phone look. And I think it will go full circle.
I think it's going to bite them in the arse though, some of them, because I've seen where they've even got, two phones and stuff, but it's a summer wedding and the phones are showing red hot battery.
Yeah.
Which means that if you're peak flow at the end of a ceremony because you've been filming all morning doing TikToks with people getting ready,
Yeah.
you are now at that point where your bride or whoever's coming down the aisle and both your phones are showing red because they are red hot in a bun.
Yeah.
How do they there's no coming back from that.
Yeah, but the same thing can happen to these cameras.
It can, but it's a different. You're not filming pretty much all morning with your camera, are you? And if you are, you've got that one as a spare. Whereas they're bouncing between two phones.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And they don't always have two phones either.
No, they got one power pack to one phone. Someone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the phones aren't cut out for this kind of thing.
I would
made.
love to get a content creator in and have a chat with them, just to see what they think the future looks like for the industry.
Basically, get in touch. Come join us. Harry wants a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I mentioned
Sit down.
before, I do a bit of content creation while I'm doing my photography.
Mm-hmm.
Again, nothing for them to be intimidated by, but it's just a little bonus thing that I offer, and you do the same, don't you?
Yeah.
I
And
do
you-
the same.
sorry,
I
you
make
do-
a
sorry,
I
you
make
do
a
the
full
same.
video. If they don't have, only if they don't have a videographer, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
my main
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I won't do it if they have a videographer because it just kills them.
Yeah.
Sending out
Exactly.
a
Even
video while
Yeah.
you're still there, downloading it. It's not. I don't think it's fair, personally, to have a videographer and a content creator.
Even the DJ's doing it.
One or the other.
So, you should do it as well.
I could do it.
On the side.
Do a professional video and then do a little iPhone video.
I think
See which one you prefer.
videographers will start to launch it because I think they're now seeing the content creators are staying around. So I think actually, if you could pay someone like yourself £1,000 and you make them a highlight video basically, which is what you call it on a phone.
But how long does it take you to get a trailer to them?
2 weeks usually.
Okay. So you could Yeah, I
Little
suppose you could
Wednesday,
do like a
Wednesday
little
wedding,
something on the side.
£1,000 content. Cheers. And I'd much rather pay you £1,000 than pay a content creator £750 that's literally just come out of college with an iPhone.
Exactly.
In a nice way.
I do
In the nicest
content
possible.
I do.
creator.
There we are. You can
Here
see
we go, add that to
You
it.
see his brain's ticking over. It's
Yes.
like, hold on, I never thought of that. So, mate, do you find that in previous years, do you feel like ceremonies tended to be earlier, and then now they're kind of getting a bit later? Because I personally haven't had a wedding. I can't think of the last time I did a wedding before like 12:30.
Oh, I can.
They tend to be.
I haven't seen
half
any
one.
noticeable change year on year.
No.
I think there's a healthy mix of all.
I prefer
start
them later.
Yeah.
I prefer them earlier.
Do you?
Yeah, because if they start later, usually what ends up being sacrificed is the candids.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favourite things to do on a
Yeah.
wedding day. And so all you're doing, if it starts later, it's the candids that end
I
up.
wouldn't say later as in like late, I'd say like 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. That's probably
Because
about
it gives
the
them
going rate,
enough
isn't it?
time, to get ready.
1 o'clock is probably the average
Yeah.
time. I've had some half 11s.
I'm getting annoyed with 6 o'clock evening reception starting, to be
Yeah,
fair.
that's too late.
Early.
Yeah.
Reception.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant breakfast.
Yeah. Like for me, that you don't really go out at 6 o'clock on a night out unless you're like proper going on it.
So you don't have anyone dancing till
Well,
really
what's the
like a
point?
lot
Let's
later.
do your first dance at 6:45.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Then everyone goes back outside. I've talked about that. That annoys me.
Yeah.
But that's
It
what happens.
works well for us though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Perfect. All gone. See you later. Cheers for coming.
So do you feel like? Do any of you feel like the timings of weddings have changed?
No.
I don't
So you
think so.
feel like
particularly.
2025 is no different to any
I
other
don't
year?
think so. No.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right. Fair enough. But do you think that in 2026 it should stay the same, or do you think?
I think budget-wise, a lot of people are going for like a photographer just for like the ceremony and candids as well.
Yeah.
Like they're only going for like a 3-4 hour part of the day. I see that has changed. And I think that's
I
just
do-
due
I do
to
think-
the cost.
I do think one of the main things in 2026 that we're going to start noticing is budget-related things. Where can people shave off a few quid?
Yeah.
And where does, and that, I think we're going to notice that.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's just a condensed day
Mhm.
or, whether there's, I reckon we're going to see very,
Yeah.
much less 3-course meals.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be less kind of open bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just, much like, not as many bells and whistles, I think, which is going to be a
Yeah.
shame, but it's the country we live in, isn't it, at the moment?
That's why I think that wedding coordinators need to be clever, because if they are having a 2-course meal, then have your cake at the start. Come in, cut your cake, have that as tea and coffee on the table
Yeah.
to eke it out, not do your 2 courses, 2 speeches at 5 minutes, and then I'll tell you what, we start at 5 o'clock for the evening because we've cut an hour there. It's like that they're so prescribed that they don't think. In my opinion, not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah, I feel like the budget, like in previous years, has been kind of spread quite evenly across the day. And people just like, this is standard, I'll just do what people normally do. And I feel like 2025...
People started to kind of break the
people
mold a
aren't-
little bit.
And they're not overspending as much, and they're cutting down on low impact upgrades. Things like chair covers. If it's like, right, £3 per chair cover, you've got 120 chair covers. That's 360 quid just for a chair cover.
That's a lot of money.
And I think chair covers look nice. Personally, I prefer the chairs when they're
Rustic.
Chivari chairs. That's me personally. But that's just one thing
Yeah.
that people upgrade, and they're kind of being a little bit more sensible about.
Yeah.
Things like favours we've touched upon before. People are kind of, the favours are getting less, I don't know, exciting.
Yeah. But I think like 2025 to 2026, the main outside influences that I think are going to change is going to be budget, because the cost of living is going up like exponentially at the moment.
Yeah.
And then also, like you said, the TikTok trends and stuff like that. Can you think of any other outside influences that will affect weddings? Because I think those are going to be the main things. Unless, it'd be interesting to know
The
if we
government, with what they're offering, what they were talking about, where you can get married, and they were talking about changing it so celebrants can be the official people to do it. So you don't need registrars, so you don't have to have the place, so they could come to Amber's back garden and be a celebrant and do the proper.
That would be cool.
That's one thing
Yeah.
I think they're
That would
trying to
be-
push through.
If that happens, and we're going to get weddings in
Monday,
much-
Tuesday, Wednesday.
yeah, but
every
also
day
in
of the
like
week.
weird and wonderful places
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
I think
like-
it can only be positive.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I can't see any downside to that whatsoever, except for registrars
Yeah.
and registry
But
officers.
they will probably like it because they jumping from 5 weddings in a row and being paid a basic wage.
True.
So
Yeah.
Because they'll just jump on the celebrant.
and obviously
wedding.
people die, so they're doing those as well, not just weddings, are they? So
True. True. What about things like traditions? I mean, I feel like, I don't know about you, but I can't remember the last time I had a receiving line at a wedding.
Oh, I have.
I literally in the last year, I can't remember any receiving line I've seen. I mean, I personally am not a fan.
I try and talk them out.
I try and talk them out of it. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I find it's usually for the massive weddings where there's a couple of hundred people, and they know that they're not going to speak to every guest, and it's just their quick way of making sure they have shaken hands with everyone at least. I usually say that it doesn't look good on camera, so I usually
It reminds
No.
me of Prince William and Kate after
Yeah.
the Royal Variety performance. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
And it's
You
aw-
have
it's
like a
awkward.
modern wedding and then you do that. It
Yeah.
just doesn't.
It's
I-
awkward, isn't it? For everyone.
I don't like them, but I understand why they're there. I would,
No.
you know,
I like it when the couple go to the table during dinner
yeah, that's nice.
and just after they've eaten,
Yeah.
maybe one of the mains, and they go
Yeah.
and just walk around,
Yeah.
have a chat. I
Take
think
a selfie with the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that's just a bit more relaxed.
Yeah. So receiving lines, we reckon,
Gone.
get rid
Get
of.
them gone.
Yeah.
I mean, like I
Sack
said,
that
I
I
think
think like get them gone, but I don't think they're going anywhere. I think, you know, for the big weddings, they're gonna. I reckon because it's usually like the venue would be like, oh, this is where you would do your receiving line, kind of thing, and it's like, and then that
Yeah.
plants the seed, and then
Yeah.
suddenly you're like,
Yeah, but
you
can you remember the last time we did a receiving line?
yeah.
When?
I had 3 this year, I think.
3. I've had none probably in the last 2 years.
I had one.
No.
Oh, I had more.
One.
I had more previous year.
Yeah, it's just something I haven't seen for ages. Bouquet toss, that's another thing that I don't see very often.
I think I've had one this year.
I do love a bouquet toss.
I do as well.
I've had
I've
a
seen a
couple
couple.
this year, and
Not a
I
lot.
like it.
Yeah, they're really like old fashioned, aren't they? But I actually think they're a great photo.
I think they sort of started coming back a little bit, but now they've, because the first, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I think I went a couple of years without any, and then last year I reckon I had 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I think it's
It's
all
when
due
they've
to
got
the cost,
aesthetic
though.
flowers and they're going to
Yeah.
take your face off.
But
'cause
that's
they're just plastic.
But
and
that's
put
the
it
other
in.
thing, isn't it? Like a lot of people now are spending big money on flowers, and they're too scared
I think
to
it's
throw
all
them.
due to the cost. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, because they spend so much on the bouquet, they want to keep them.
You're supposed to throw the bridesmaids bouquet. That's the idea.
But
then
I've
the
had,
bridesmaids are precious. They won't give
Yeah.
it.
yeah, I've had one where they've made a replica, but just a very smaller version, and
Yeah.
then the bride's thrown that. So
don't
that's
reckon it's
an
any-
option.
You don't reckon it's anything to do with people being offended? You know, like, why should it just be women that have to catch the bouquet?
I've done same-sex weddings and they've not thrown bouquets. So it's
No, I'm just
I
saying, like, you know,
it's-
normally the bride throws a bouquet,
Yeah.
all the single ladies gather.
But then I've had
Do you
one who
think-
wanted to do it, but there was no single women, so
I changed
there was
it.
no
I was
point.
like,
There was like
anyone
5.
single
Yeah.
out there, you're single,
Yeah.
you're married,
Yeah.
you're gay, you're whatever. You just get on the dance floor right
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
You've got
I
30
had one-
seconds.
Yeah.
I had one where there was a groomsman that basically was taking the bridesmaids down so that he caught the bouquet. It was hilarious.
Wow.
It was and he was just a lad. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it was funny because he was like, does this mean I'm getting laid today?
Cake cutting, we've talked about before.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So you're not a fan, are you?
But like
it's
you
the,
said,
it's the time, I think, I think dinner time is gone. Do it during dinner.
Yeah.
In my opinion, either at the end of dinner and then that's it, and then the main thing's your first dance.
the thing is, it's just like one of those like what you typically you do your cake cut and then straight into a first dance, right?
Yeah.
At what point then do you want, when you're on the dance floor getting all sweaty and drunk, when do you then think, oh, I want a slice of cake?
Well,
Doesn't
they
Yeah.
put it out
does it?
for the evening buffet, don't they?
Yeah, but that's an evening buffet. Like that's, you know, I just don't know. I agree with you.
I
Like,
think you
do
should
it-
go massive on canapes, so you have so many canapes, so your guests have proper stuff, so you're not just worried about like having more than one go.
With
and-
enough for photographers as well.
Enough for suppliers to have their own on a separate board. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And then I would,
It's probably worth just doing the cake before.
like as soon as you come in,
yeah.
napkins, we're really lively, straight to the cake, you do it, and then the chef takes it out the back, cuts half of it out, brings it out on balls, and then they have that as tea and coffee. So venues only offer 2 courses and charge a bit more. and then the other half comes out with the evening buffet for those evening guests who didn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah,
In my opinion, that would be
I think on the bride and groom entrance into the
Thankies.
breakfast, they go straight to the cake.
Yeah.
Cut the cake because everyone's
All
already
the guests have got their
they're
face
already
ready.
doing it. Yeah. So cut the cake, then go off to the table. Then you're either starting speeches or food comes out, and then that means, like you say, cake can be taken away, sliced and diced, and then brought back for dessert, and it's just like.
Okay. So you like cutting the cake.
And then there's an
just
actual
not-
appreciation of the cake. Then everyone's going to get a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like cutting the cake, just not the time,
Just the
not
time.
before first dance.
Well,
Yeah.
the other thing
Yeah.
as well, I do also believe, like, and I've said this before on the podcast, like, it is just a tradition that people do because it's tradition.
Yeah.
I think many people don't actually care that much.
You can see that, like people started to change, like
I-
not having 2 or 3 tiers now. They're having,
I was
like,
gonna
calling the cat
say,
dinner
like-
table,
Yeah,
loads
yeah.
of brownies around it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's what they
The
like.
cake is changing. There's
Yeah.
people that just, have like one single cake,
Yeah.
or
Cheesecake.
the
Like
mother-in-law
cheese, like
makes
a
the
block of
cake.
cheese
There's
instead.
nothing really like. It's not like it used to be one of the main,
Yeah.
features of a wedding.
I had one. It was a massive tiramisu came out
Oh,
with
nice.
like sparklers in it.
Amazing.
That was cool. That was actually
That's
really cool. Yeah.
Because
That
to be
is
honest, a dessert is usually like about that big if you're lucky.
Yeah.
At a carte
Yeah.
venue.
Yeah.
So one spoonful of your superb cheesecake
Mhm.
or a superb cake maker who's gone for it,
Yeah.
it's much rather you go for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. True. So yeah, wedding favours we touched upon as well. So a lot of them, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of people just leave their wedding favours behind. They can't be bothered. They're just like, great.
Oh
And
my
they're
god,
just-
I've got one more thing to say about cake. Sorry.
Do it.
Is
Let's
that
do it.
okay?
No, it's
Before we
fine.
jump on. So I did a wedding and they the lady made different cakes about sort of that big on every table with a knife and a mini
amazing.
bottle of champagne.
I've had that.
And then when the couple came in, they were cutting theirs and they nominated one person from each table and they cut and that was their dessert for that table.
I've had
I
that.
like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I like that.
No, don't
it was
apologise.
one of
I like
my
it.
I
earlier
think
weddings.
that's a brilliant idea.
Oh my god! And one popped the little prosecco, and then the other one cut the cake.
Yeah.
So it's
But then
interactive.
that
for the
also
guests.
fits
Yeah.
into, when you go in and then every team has a nominated table leader,
Yeah, captains
and
yeah,
stuff,
all that,
and it
yeah.
all
Yeah.
kind of fits
You know it's
in.
going to be a good day.
Always, yeah.
Like
Sorry.
That. No, don't
I forgot
apologise.
about that one.
That's better than what I was going to talk about, to be honest. No, I like that. So was it like a different layer of a cake?
It was
So-
just one. So like this would be a salted caramel cake. That would be.
Oh, different cakes?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And then they were starting to like.
Yeah, I was
dessert,
gonna say, did
were
they
going, "Oh, what have
share?"
you got?" And then they were like, yeah, they
Yeah.
were going across.
Yeah, I like that.
But that was the same wedding that had like caricatures, like little. She'd gone on their Facebook or Instagram,
Nice.
took a picture, and their seating plan was there.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Love
But that was quite a few years ago, so
Yeah, I personally haven't seen that, but I like it. So when we talk about mistakes couples still made in 2025 and should avoid in 2026. So I think one common issue is underestimating the timings of stuff. So I mean, just for example, like we've talked about before, like the drinks reception, sometimes too short. They haven't got enough time.
for you guys, yeah, you just absolutely rushed in the busiest part of
People
the day.
never appreciate how long group shots take.
No.
So they either expect to have too many group shots or they don't budget enough time
Yeah.
for the amount. But I don't know if that's a 2025 thing. That's just a wedding thing. in
Yeah,
general.
I know, but it's still going on there, isn't it?
For the theme of the episode, we'll go with it.
But it's still going on. It hasn't changed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whether it's been going on for 100 years, it's still an issue.
Yeah.
Underestimating time. So personally, I think I've talked about this before. Hour and a half minimum to 2 hour drinks reception. Okay, great, especially in the summer. But the bit that kills me is the gap after when breakfast and speeches before the DJ or band starts. Right.
That's because it's your lull.
That's
Because you are like knowing you can see the finish line.
it's not
and
about
there's
me.
a little gap.
No, but it's not about it's not about me.
In general, not you. Any
But-
photographer.
No,
it's
but
that.
it's about the kind of like there's nothing to
It's
to
a
do.
bit of a wasted
It's-
time, isn't it?
because like
Yeah.
people go and check into their rooms and people like disperse and you're just kind of like stood around and there's not really many people to photograph or they're all sat at the table just having coffee and I don't know. There's just like this kind of
But that's usually
Gap.
so. Depending on the time of year, that is usually the perfect sunset shoot time.
if it's the summer.
So if it's
perfect.
the summer, yeah. And then like
All the guests are outside playing games, like
Yeah.
lawn games.
Yeah.
They all go out and have like a
If there's
drum
entertainment,
game
it's
with
fine.
rounders.
I struggle with that time in the winter mainly.
Yeah.
Because where it's dark, couple shoots are hard unless you've got a nice interior. And then you people are kind of scratching around trying to find things to do, and the only thing they can do is just get smashed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm all for.
Yeah.
You know, I just think...
On the job.
No, not me personally.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I
That's
think...
when you could do that box thing.
Yeah,
You could have that set up out the back.
What is this box
And
thing?
then they all put their face in a box,
Okay.
and you take one.
Amber, you explain, because you did
I did it really shitly. Sorry.
So you just get a cardboard box
Yeah.
and you take a
Go on.
photo of everyone's
Yeah.
in the box and then...
One at a time. Not everyone in the one box.
No, one at a time, and then
Yeah.
at the end of it you've got like a whole picture if you combine them all.
It's beautiful.
But if
Of
you've got 60
everyone.
guests, that hour is
But
perfect.
it also makes a good reel as well
That
for
could be
them.
your unique
Okay.
selling point.
Oh,
Box-
okay.
box photos.
So is this
Yeah.
like a grid?
Yeah.
Right, got you.
Of everyone's
Bring a
faces
box.
in the box doing
literally,
different
and say,
things,
look,
like
some people
drinking
do,
or
like,
whatever.
messages. I've seen it where they put a GoPro on a massive bottle of whiskey and they've all got.
Oh, I've
everyone's-
seen that.
That's
I've
pretty
seen
good.
That's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
That
It was
sort
like
of
a
thing.
tequila bottle or something, and they take the swig and you
Yeah.
get the
And like
the
I
POV.
did the beer thing and the
Yeah,
champagne thing
yeah.
in that lull period. So I think if there's something fun to do,
Bring
you
it.
can
This is you. You could bring that.
I did the
create it into
the
something
glasses.
fun.
The
Yeah.
glasses trend where everyone's wearing these glasses,
There we go.
and then you cut between them.
Yeah.
That was actually a divorce party that I photographed. However,
You just
Wow.
posted that on TikTok, didn't you, recently?
yeah,
Yeah. it's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
But that was decent.
I also photographed divorce parties. Just, I mean, it's not something that I've had a lot, to be honest. But you know, it was good.
Yeah.
Scatter right.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there's entertainment in that like period,
But
it's
you
great.
bring that entertainment. So
Well,
photographer, you bring
yeah.
it. Like he brings his speaker and goes off for the vibe. Like you
Yeah.
could bring your box or you could bring your beer.
And just
Bring
make
your cardboard box.
Yeah, I've just done my recycling as well. I need.
But
I've got to take my
it
pins out.
does look good though.
Okay, so now we've got some questions from our listeners. So thank you for taking the time to write in, which is, just in case you want to write in, it's isleafterparty@gmail.com. Okay? Or message us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, post,
Fax us on.
pigeon, whatever.
Send the raven.
Okay, so question from Christine from Basingstoke. What should couples booking for 2026 prioritise first?
DJ and entertainer all day host, I would say, to be honest. That's definitely the most.
So not a venue.
Venue.
No, don't worry about the venue. You can do that after. No, of course. Venue. Venue's first.
Venue always.
Yeah.
yeah
always.
venue.
But
And
to
then-
be fair, she should have booked it a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's like
When'd she get
January
married?
I know.
this year.
Oh, okay.
Well, this advice is whatever year you're getting
Yeah.
married. I mean, yeah.
Book it
We
early.
hope she's already got a venue. So venue first.
Photographer next.
Registrar. Well, unless you get married in a church, but registrar. People often forget to book a registrar. The amount of couples I've spoken to, I'm like, have you booked your registrar?
That is
And they're like,
true.
oh yeah.
Because a
Book
lot
your
of
registrar.
venues as well. So typically venues will only open their dates based on the registrar,
Yeah.
which is exactly 2 calendar years from whatever day it is today.
Okay.
So, but some venues are now allowing you to book a little bit earlier, so you can book a venue 2.5 years before, and they're saying to the couples, right, on the 2-year pre-anniversary of your wedding day, make sure you're on the blower
Yeah.
to the registrar to make sure you get that booked in.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because imagine that, you put a deposit down on your venue and then you cannot for the life of you
I
get.
know.
You
The
just
registrar.
have to go do the registry office the
Yeah.
day before and then get
Yeah.
the celebrant to do it.
So, Christine, in answer to your question, venue, registrar, photographer, videographer, DJ. I think that's quite a good starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Once you've got those 5 things done,
You're sorted.
you know.
Yeah.
You could
You're
book
sorted.
you could book the Aisle Afterparty package. That's what she could do.
Yeah, you could
On
do,
a
could do that.
Monday in September, because we'll be
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, potentially. Speak for yourself. All right. So, Sarah from Liverpool,
Oh my
She's
God,
kindly
further
written-
up.
yeah, she's written in, and she said, which trends should we just ignore completely?
Can you do it in a Scouse accent?
No, because I'll get complaints. I
Okay.
can't. It'll probably sound Indian. I can't. No, honestly, I can't do accents to save my life. What trends should we ignore completely? Said Sarah from Liverpool.
So you're reading us a book. Said Sarah from Liverpool on a cold
Once upon a
winter
time,
night.
Sarah from Liverpool wrote in. Pick a trend that you think Sarah should ignore, because
I think the sunglasses are done and dusted.
Foam glow sticks.
Oh, do you know what? I agree.
They are
Yeah.
because they turn them on at 6 o'clock, and then when you're actually playing house and you've got a saxophonist with you, there's nothing to do because they've gone off.
So they look alright in the winter when it's actually dark, right?
Yeah.
But when they start switching them on when
It's not dark.
it's not dark and you can barely see, and usually you've got a couple of kids running around the dance floor
whacking
each other with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I do quite like them.
They're alright
I
if they're
wouldn't say
pulled out
chuck
at
it
like
out.
9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
When you're going for it with some house music, like and it's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
6 o'clock for the first dance when you're trying to be.
Have you ever had a phone party?
Yeah, but not for a wedding.
Yeah.
That would be sick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, not for the bride's dress, but like
maybe like trash the dress though at the same time.
that would be so sick.
It would be. It would be. So Sarah, yeah, have a phone party. That'd be
Snow
wicked.
party would be good. Ray.
Right, Katrina from Birmingham. How do we make our wedding feel personal without it feeling gimmicky?
Fucking make your own decisions and don't copy anyone else.
Yeah, just
Don't ask us for
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah.
don't go on
Be
TikTok.
you,
Don't
be
go on
you.
Pinterest. Just do what you want to do. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Try not to like be a sheep and follow what other people are doing.
Yeah,
I think
that is
I
the
think
best
the
advice.
best thing you can do is write down what your own personal interests and different tastes are, and then try and shoehorn as much of that into your wedding in any way possible, and
Yeah.
that's going to make it personal, isn't it? If you like Star Wars, don't fucking put Star Wars in it. But, but anything else,
That's bollocks. I mean, if you like Star Wars, you could have a Star Wars themed table plan,
I love a themed wedding.
joking.
I
or a,
think
cake,
it,
or a half Star Wars cake
Or
and
listen
half.
to fucking
Yeah.
Hobbit and Star Wars for 4 hours during a wedding breakfast, because that's usually what happens if
Yeah.
you like Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm not saying push
That's
that hard.
that's what I
but
say
I'm
to
saying,
couples. Like, if you like that sort of stuff, it's great, but get it in there.
Yeah,
or
but-
if you like musicals, maybe when you're having your drinks reception, have that on in the background.
One of my favourite weddings I did, the bride was obsessed with Disney, groom was obsessed with wrestling, so they had a cake which was literally
oh, I've had this.
yeah, literally half a cake, Disney-fied
I was
wrestling.
there. I'm sure I was there. Was it a Marvel cake on one side? No.
Oh no,
Oh no, it was another wedding. We'll have Marvel where they span it round on
yeah.
one side. Was I with you? I was
Maybe.
with one of you.
Was that?
Maybe
It was like naked on the front.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you
And it looked
span
like
round.
it was like cut into
yeah,
cake,
yeah,
blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
similar to that, but wrestling and Disney.
That
But
is
yeah,
a mix.
So I think that's good.
how were
because
the decorations?
no, the decorations are fine. I
Was
mean,
it just the cake that they...
Hulk Hogan
like-
putting
No,
down Simba.
the bridesmaids. No, the decor was amazing. The bridesmaids were actually dressed in different. Like the fairies in a Disney movie. What was it?
Tinkerbell?
No, Sleeping Beauty. She's got those
Oh,
three
yeah,
fairies.
yeah.
They were all wearing like pastel-coloured dresses. So like
Their
one
wings?
one
Okay.
blue, one pink, one yellow. I think. I don't know
Yeah.
if or maybe it was after the
And
princesses.
then was he dressed as a wrestler?
Here comes
No.
the Ultimate Warrior.
But anyway,
running down.
It was a lovely wedding. It was a fairy tale wedding.
Yeah.
Loved it.
You love a wedding like that, don't you?
I
That
love- I
one
love
we
something
did
a
at
bit different.
Marwell. Do
Yeah,
you remember?
yeah.
That was
I
like.
remember, yeah, it was literally a couple months ago.
It
yeah.
was.
Yeah,
That was good.
it was very good.
The photo booth was the best.
Yeah.
Where they
that was
used
so
all the
much fun.
props.
Oh,
from
yeah.
The main day.
And I dressed up as a
The
knight.
big chair.
Yeah, it was good.
Sorry, Harry, you on that?
So, Mike from Harrow,
I'd have loved to
he
have
wants to
dressed
know:
up.
is it okay to break traditions that our families expect? I.e., I guess
Don't cut the cake. Yeah.
don't cut the cake.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
It's fine
so
to
I
break
think,
whatever
like,
you-
again, this is something like if you want a personal wedding, then like I've had weddings where they just don't bother. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like this. Where they don't bother having speeches, that leaves me a bit high and dry when it comes to editing.
Yeah.
Right,
You get a
lose
longer break.
most of the content. But I've had it where some people just like, oh, we're just gonna say 5 words. Thanks for coming. Like, I know it's 3, but like they say they're just gonna have a couple of sentences, and then. But yeah, I think just do what you like, really.
Okay, fair enough.
Break the mould. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan.
Well, thank you for your questions. So remember, isleafterparty@gmail.com if you want to write in. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to give you 2 options. Okay. This is like a quick fire round.
Mm-hmm.
2 options, and you just choose one. Okay. Which gives guests more value? £1,000 more on decor or £1,000 more on better food?
Better food.
Food.
Food. Cool. We all agree. Extra styling or an extra hour of party?
Extra styling.
Styling
Because
being what?
I think by 12 o'clock people are done. When people want to go to 1, it's just, there's like
So
6
styling,
people.
So we're not talking about prep here. We're talking about venue styling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
decorations
So,
again.
yeah. That's
And
what
what
I
was
would
it?
say.
What was it again?
Or an extra hour of party.
A decoration.
Yeah, but
I think.
I think party. Because I think
Yeah.
that you're not going to remember, the guests aren't going to remember the decoration, but they're going to
True.
remember the fucking party they had.
They won't remember the final hour though, because there'll be no one left.
True.
And
Yeah.
because they've been going since 6 o'clock in the morning getting their makeup done, they're like, no matter how you do it
And
go for it, and you're the livest bunch by like 12:15.
Tell me the last one you went to as a guest and you were dancing, right?
Yeah.
Can you remember what their decor was like? Or can you remember having a really good time?
I remember they had a Prosecco wall where you ring the bell and some hand come out.
Right.
So that was like an extra
You're ruining my point.
That was like a 500 quid feel, but I remembered that for decoration.
But you
I
don't
thought it was
remember
quite cool, so
Okay.
I've not seen it.
So you don't remember having a good time. You just remember that wall. Okay. Yeah, I never like as much as I love going to weddings as a guest. I very rarely remember what the decor was like, but I would remember if I had a brilliant time.
yeah, I've said this before because I was worried about.
Yeah, no, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
I'm-
right. You're right there.
I'm
But in
kind of-
terms of my own personal opinion,
But I think if it was, I think if it was compared to something else, if you said styling versus entertainment instead of it being an extra hour of party, then I would say entertainment.
or if the
Yeah.
evening started
Like,
at 9
I would
till
say-
1, yeah, that's
Like, I would say, do you put like
all for it.
do you have a flower wall or do you have a saxophonist? I'm going saxophonist, right?
In a flowery
Yeah.
dress, imagine that.
In a flowery dress.
You can't just make up your
Yeah.
own questions, mate.
No, but your comparisons are shit.
Oh, no.
No, it's not shit because extra style. When I say
Cheers.
extra styling, I just
Happy
mean
New
like
Year.
if you're spending like how much would an extra hour be? Party.
Fucking £200.
Okay.
The
'Cause
thing
I
is,
don't
Dean
really-
doesn't want to do the extra
No,
hour. He
ideally I
wants to
don't, because to be honest, if you started at 6, because some bright spark decides to do the evening reception from 6, you
Yeah.
don't want to go till 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
That's like saying
so-
you're going to stay 2 hours after you've done the first dance
So,
to shoot.
so if it's £200 extra, right, for an hour,
Yeah.
£200 on a bit of extra styling, maybe a few more fairy lights. That's not going to go very far, is it?
No.
No one's going to notice. Oh, they got 10 more fairy lights.
Oh, here we
Wicked.
go. Next question.
Okay, bigger venue. I thought that would be a. To be honest, I thought you'd agree. Party.
No, but I
'Cause you're a
do.
DJ.
I do want to. I want to agree with you. It's not
Okay.
that I don't
You're
agree
just
with
wrong.
It's like this. It's the timing. Like a wedding
Right,
we've talked
you'd
about.
agree.
Most of them start at 6 o'clock. So if you're going from 6 till 12, and then they go, "Oh, I'll tell you what, we're going to go till 1 in the morning," and you've got 48 guests all day and night. You know that actually that
Yeah, but you're assuming they've already got you for 5 hours. What if they can only afford to do 8 till 10?
because no one does, because the venue have gone, "Oh, I'll tell you, you need to be there at 6 to set
All right,
up because they've got a
next.
cake
We'll
cut
move-
at
we'll
7."
We'll move on.
Yeah.
All right, in your opinion,
6, 7,
do you think a
3.
bigger venue,
Got that in.
a bigger venue, or a smaller venue but with a better atmosphere?
Depends how
Smaller.
many guests you got.
Smaller.
Depends how many guests you got.
Well, let's just say that you can fit the guests in both, right?
My goodness, look.
No, I'm just saying.
He hates this section because we just don't go yes or
No,
no.
it's not that. Let's not get pedantic. Right. Assuming you can fit the guests in both,
Yeah.
you know, like some venues, like a stately home,
Yeah.
you know, which is overkill,
Yeah.
or a smaller venue where you can still fit them, but it's just the atmosphere is nicer.
I'll say smaller.
Yeah.
Small and
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smaller,
Next.
tighter
What?
is better.
It's fine.
We all
It's
agree.
like a club vibe.
Okay, cool. That's enough of that. Right.
Wrap up.
So, yeah. Okay. Well, that was. Hopefully, you enjoyed that episode. Harry wants me to wrap this up because he's got to edit it. So, next time we're going to be talking about wedding truths. So look forward to that.
Don't forget to spank our sponsors.
Spank our sponsors.
Spank our sponsors.
So,
Spank them.
so thank you to David Mellor for sponsoring this series, and
A big thank you to the team at Oakley Road Garage for sponsoring this episode and our Christmas episode of Aisle Afterparty.
thanks very much. I'll be back.